Welcome to Buddy RC. Today I would like to introduce Tom with us. My name is Dale. So we just got a couple of the top RC hobby gliders. One is the T1800, another one is the Lightning V2. So Tom is famous in the glider community. He's also a real pilot. He has more than 1,400 hours right?
Yes.
Private pilot. So Tom, could you give some brief introduction to yourself?
Okay. I've been a modeler since 1967. I've been flying RC gliders since that time, as well as powered airplanes, some helicopters, pretty much anything that's got wings I've flown. I've got about 1,400 hours in light planes from the old days when I wanted to become a pilot for real. Unfortunately, I became a computer programmer instead. I did 25 years at Sears, and the last 10 years or so I've been working in the model industry.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Thank you very much for the review of this product.
So first we're going to take a look at the T1800. It's a 1.8 meter wingspan powered glider, the 1,080 millimeter length, 1150 kV brushless motor with a 40 amp speed control. It requires a 3S 2200 milliamp LiPo and a minimum of a 4-channel receiver that you need to supply. Okay, so let's go ahead and open the box. Always the most exciting part of a new airplane. There we are. The model comes packaged. Each part is separately bagged. It's mounted in styrofoam inside the box to reduce damage in transport. So first we'll take the wings out of the packaging. Then nestled underneath the wing packaging is the fuselage. Doesn't that look cute? This is a T-tail airplane, so the tail will stay up out of the grass if you're landing and flying in long grass fields. And an aluminum wing rod. You see what's included in the packaging: manual, some hardware for assembly, the fuselage comes already with the rudder and elevator servos installed, speed control, motor, and folding propeller. The graphics are well applied to the parts. Will really help with visibility in the air. There's one wing panel. You see the aileron servos are already installed and wired. Here are all your parts ready to assemble. Looks like a very nice little airplane. Can't wait to get it together and fly it. Wings have the same trim colors as the tail. They include black stripes on the bottom to give you contrast to see it at altitude. Very nicely made foam injection. Not too many mold dots. The flap or the ailerons use a live hinge, which is the styrofoam wing material. Bottom of this side is completely white so that you get a left and a right from beneath. The airplane comes with an aluminum wing rod. The wings interlock very nicely. Fuselage servos, the rudder is already in place. The elevator servo is embedded in the tail. 40 amp speed control with an XT60 connector is already installed, and the motor is already installed with the propeller. Already got some up and right, or some down thrust and right thrust built in. They seem to have thought of everything so far. We'll start by putting the stab on the fuselage. So the first thing to do is to actually plug in the servo. So once the elevator servo is plugged in, feed the wire back into the fin. There's two little pins that key the stab to the fuselage, and then a single bolt some very fine threads on this bolt down screw. There we have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and place the wings in the fuselage. Start with putting the wing rod through the fuselage opening. Slide the wing onto the wing tube. Plug in the aileron servo, and then tuck the added wire into a recess in the bottom of the fuselage so that it's out of the way when the wing gets all the way installed. The second wing. Slide it in place, hook up the servo, and then we need to tuck the servo wires away again. Fits a little tight to begin with, but I'm sure this will ease up a little bit with time and use. Okay, so we've got the wings installed. It takes a little bit of effort to tuck the wires underneath the wing when you slide it together. And then these pins hold the wings in place in the fuselage. Second pin in place, that locks the wings into the fuselage. Slip the canopy on real quick. This is the T1800 assembled.